Alrighty. Hi, everyone. My name is Evelyn. I am a senior sociology major with my preferred pronouns being she, her, hers. Welcome to our presentation. We are the elevators. And I would like to invite the rest of my team to introduce themselves.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ragasa. I am a senior biology major, and my pronouns are he, him.
Hi, everyone. My name is Sana. I'm a third-year finance major, and my pronouns are she, her.
Hi, y'all. My name is Jordan. I am a junior psychology major, and my pronouns are she, her, hers.
Thank you all for being here today, and we are excited to go into our mental health initiative Speak and its accompanying web features. As a group, we decided it was vital to speak upon mental health awareness. We recalled our high school experience a few years ago now and found a common thread of stigma surrounding mental health during our high school years. For our project, we knew we had to have a lens focus in community. We realized we truly wanted to elevate to alleviate, and thus the elevators were born. This project was driven by the current event, which I'm sure y'all are very well familiar with, the COVID pandemic. As college students and veterans of online learning experience, we recognize how this time has not only been difficult for us, but also for high school students as well. We hope to bring innovative awareness, focusing on destigmatizing mental health issues in high school while promoting community and advocacy. Our team is unique because we all come from different backgrounds, but we all came together because we all wanted to destigmatize mental health. Y'all can see here, we all have our personal connection to mental health struggles, and we were able to come together and focus specifically on high school mental health. As you can see from our personal quotes, we have all either experienced mental health struggles for ourselves or have helped others through it. As high schoolers, we found ourselves in situations where we had to support friends through some tough mental health struggles and conversations that we weren't really actually fully prepared or equipped to handle at all. When we were talking about our own experiences, we realized that we tended to lean more on our friends than we did on trained professionals, professors, or counselors. This is why we decided to create a project that was more centered around the high school experience and tools, in hopes that we can get high school students who may be experiencing the same struggles themselves or be attempting to support a friend through dark times. So we focus our research to really understand the student perspective and experience.
So, as Evelyn mentioned, we were all very moved by the subject of mental health, especially from the perspective of students. Well, obviously, mental health is a very broad topic, so completing some research really helped us to hone in on the approach we have now. So you'll see some quotes on the screen in front of you, and the first I'll call your attention to is that in the top left-hand corner, which is a quote by the World Health Organization. This statistic was pretty shocking to me and pretty shocking to the rest of the team as well, the first time that we read it. However, it was one that really helped us to decide on the age group that we wanted to target for our project. Obviously, people of all ages can struggle with mental health, but after we learned that suicide is the third highest cause of death among those in the high school age group, we knew we really had to do something to reach out here. The next question or thing to ponder with our project was how would we reach out to our age group about this stigmatized topic? Well, I'll draw your attention to the quote at the bottom of your screen, which is by CNN, and it really helped us to figure out how we wanted to speak to high schoolers. How would we reach out? How would we share our information? Well, as you can see by the quote, social media and screen entertainment is obviously a really vital part of teens and tweens' day-to-day life. So we knew we wanted to do a web-based approach. And then also to provide some more clarity, tweens are considered those from the age of 9 to 12, which is essentially preteens. And this quote shows that there's a clear increase in the amount of screen time from tweens to teens. As a next step in our research, after comprehending all of our initial data, which was really collected on a national level, we became curious if it would apply into our local community. So we decided to reach out to those around us, those in the USF community, and ask about their mental health experiences during high school. Much of our outreach focused on first-year students at USF, as we thought they may be able to provide a more accurate depiction of these mental health struggles and mental health experiences, being not too far away from the high school period of their lives. However, after a talk amongst our team about mental health resources and how those we had available in high school shaped and impacted our own experiences with mental health in college, even as upperclassmen, we decided to open up our survey to a wider group of our peers. This data on the slide before you and the following testimonial, which I'll read a little bit later, were collected via a Google form, which was distributed over social media and the virtual messaging service, which I'm sure you all have heard of before, known as Slack. To give a better idea of what we heard back, I would like to go over some of our collected data with you and then also share a testimonial. So on the top left chart on your screen, it shows that about 80% of surveyed students experienced some form of mental illness during high school. And next we'll move clockwise to the chart on the top right of your screen, which shows that 63% of these students felt as though their high school did not provide access to adequate mental health resources such as counseling, mental health education, or online resources to help them during their high school experience. And then to finish with the bottom chart, about 74% of students felt as though having access to adequate mental health resources in high school would have better prepared them for their college life. And then it's also important to note for students who did have access to resources during high school, 61% did not feel comfortable using them due to the stigma or some other issue. And to finish off with a testimonial, one student said, and I quote, "I don't know if I just didn't know, but I don't remember any resource available, and I went to a decently funded high school in the Bay Area. It made me fear speaking up about myself and about mental health because of the lack of resources. It was one of those don't talk about it topics. Even after a handful of suicides, it was just the typical call this number if you need help, but nothing was really done to help the students."
Based on what you've heard so far, we decided to create a project that was twofold. For phase one, we have created online resources, mostly for San Francisco Bay Area high school students, that aim to put the resources directly into their hands. We hope that in the first year of our project, specifically focused on the first semester of a typical high school year, we will be able to establish phase one in Bay Area high schools, allowing students to become familiar with our online presence. After establishing phase one, we hope to then enter phase two, where we will host speak sessions, which are in-person sessions at local Bay Area high schools to promote intentional mental health education in a more creative and relatable way. Phase two is a much more intensive process, so we hope to be able to start establishing it from the second half of year one, more specifically the second semester of a high school year, and continue this into year two and more. We will delve further into the details and goals of each phase as well. Phase one, the elevators are online. Based on our testimonials and research, high school students are online more than ever, and we hope to bring these resources to them through a medium that they could relate to. Therefore, we have focused on two platforms, Instagram and the website. Our Instagram acts as publicity and social media awareness on mental health issues, our events and workshops, and about our team. Our main focus is the website. Our website is actually live already, so if you scan the QR code or visit the link that I'm dropping in the chat right now, you will be able to learn more about us and our resources. Our online tool page under the Resources tab connects students to resources such as Talkspace, which is an online counseling service for teens, Huckleberry Teletherapy, which is a free video call therapy located in Marin County, Radiant Girls, which is a program that hosts virtual events such as yoga, self-care, cooking, and emotional intelligence games, as well as links and resources to local San Francisco call lines, therapy groups, and more. There are a lot of fun resources out there that high school students are unaware of. We hope to keep updating this page with more resources as they become available and applicable so that students will always find something that appeals to them. Additionally, we aim to discuss with administration further to have our website accessible on their school website, their student platforms, and more. Especially with COVID affecting the high school experience, many of these resources are virtual and can add an extra element to dealing with COVID stress and mental health issues. Our website also will help high schools connect to our next phase, the speak sessions.
Phase two, going on into the field. The second phase of our twofold project involves scaling further and hosting speak sessions at high schools throughout the Bay Area. Our plan is to allow college students and high school alumni alike to give back to their community by facilitating more formal discussions regarding mental health, as well as casual sessions such as paint and trivia nights. We hope to make these sessions feel more relatable and approachable by having college students and alumni lead them, as well as hosting fun self-care events. By doing so, we hope to have speak sessions stand out amongst those cookie-cutter mental health seminars and lectures. As we expand, we aim to have our session leaders train high school upperclassmen to help facilitate some sessions and workshops on campus. Cultivating these high school leaders and establishing peer-to-peer training will help to promote internal conversation, as well as help step towards destigmatizing mental health issues within these high schools, also making the experience much more relatable. Our goal is to cultivate a supportive and safe space where students feel more inclined to be vulnerable and receptive to one another. And as Phase 2 becomes more established, we hope to enhance them even further by collaborating with other nonprofit organizations to provide activities and resources during these speak sessions. And so we found some research that spoke to the success of such curriculum-based mental health education. For example, an article by the Canadian Journal of Psychiatry found that after being exposed to your curriculum-based mental health education, 175 students at 3 different Canadian high schools exhibited positive mood changes. The students were assessed for mood changes from values of 8 to 56, and the researchers found an increase in mean scores from 42.56 prior to curriculum implementation to 46.42 afterwards. And at a 2-month follow-up assessment, the mean score maintained at 45.86, which is amazing. We hope to move forward with facts like this as our inspiration and possibly bring this project forward as a pitch to high school administration in the SF Bay area. And so we want to leave you with some of our team values that we took into consideration when creating a holistic approach to our project. We hope to continue to carry these values should the project be furthered. We would also like to thank those listed here who we feel have had some impact on our project as stakeholders or supporters, whether it be in the formulation or the potential outcome. We wouldn't be here without you, so thank you. Again, we are the elevators, and we hope that our mental health initiative will be able to elevate this issue in order to potentially alleviate it in the future.